Okay, guys. I am gonna do the third one because I want to drain my battery so I could charge it. Alright, let's do... Adults would like to comment out TikToks. Excuse me.
Treat acne, but also protect and support your skin barrier.
Oh, okay. Oh no, okay. Okay, Gollum, give it to me.
So today I'm going to show you something happy, but it might make you cry.
Oh, god damn it.
It's scary, but it's also a cause for celebration. And it's something that all of us in the LGBT plus community do.
I'm straight. I have a boyfriend named Nate. So,
If it's all of us, it's like it's going
I love him to
It's
death.
a coming out video.
Yes.
Awesome.
So have you ever seen anyone come out?
Yes, I've seen a few.
He's sleeping,
And
so
I
I'm
look
gonna
at
let
it and
him
as
sleep.
a parent now watching it, and so I just see like how scared they are, and that makes me sad. But they're incredibly moving and incredibly touching. And I just want to hug them.
Did it inspire you to want to come out like you like watching these kinds of videos?
Yeah, definitely. Because I actually came out twice. Being like, how do I tell my parents? Not that like my mom and parents are going to disown me or anything, but you know, it's scary. So I came out to them the first time, and they were like, cool. And then I came out the second time. They're like, yeah, no, we knew.
Anyway, so there are tons of people coming out on TikTok.
I'm interested to see the ones on TikTok. I feel like they're going to be a little more creative, perhaps. And I think you're right. I think I will cry. So let's see.
Let's watch kind of the first one that kind of started like the whole trend.
Okay.
And I know this is really hard to see, but it says surprise on top.
I thought so. I thought that was like kind of reading that. Go on. You are? You are? Biracial. No, bisexual. Oh.
Is this a joke?
No. Does it look like she's joking? Oh, good for you. Ah, yes! Shut up, get the shut end. Dad was a little slow to catch up, but he got there. He got there.
That's really sad. The mom's super sweet.
They're so supportive.
And that's her brother.
I was gonna say that's her brother. No me.
So that was Tatiana's coming out. What are your thoughts?
Oh, it seemed like it went really well.
How do you feel about like her using it?
I think that's really cute.
That's why I had to stay straight because
Then they can record it,
I got straight grandmother don't want me to be
and they just look at the message.
like
The worst
bi
case scenario is that
and
they get
lesbian because
I
yeah,
was living with my
she's
wife at the
against
time,
all
and I
that.
had gone shopping with my mom, and we went to lunch at Taco Bell. They thought we were roommates, right? And what are you gonna do if Laura meets someone and you have to move out? I'm like, oh, it'll be fine. I'll figure it out. Blah blah blah. She kept going and going and going. I said, Mom, we're together. I'm gay.
So Tatiana's video and videos like this inspired a lot of other LGBT plus people on TikTok. Let's take a look at another one.
Yay.
I'm just gonna explain like kind of what you see when you see it.
Okay.
On the right, that is Jamie. Jamie is non-binary. That's Jamie, and Jamie's pronouns are female. But it's a duet. So on the left side of the video is Jamie
hear
on
it.
the right with Jamie's sister on the left reacting to the video.
Okay.
wish I were a boy. Not all the time, just sometimes. I wish I could put on eyeliner and glitter and actually look good and have girls whisper about my bookshelves since I look like a character from their favorite book. And I wish I were a boy with dark fluffy hair that I love to mess up and shake it makes everyone stop and stare. And I wish I were a boy so I finally look cute in dresses and skirts and pants and suits. And I wish I were a boy with a deep rockable voice that makes people stop in their tracks, but I don't have that choice. And I wish that I did, because every song I write for myself never sounds right because it was meant to be sung by somebody else. I'm happy being me, but sometimes I wonder what I would be like as the opposite gender. Would I finally be happy being me because I like being a girl? But
That was the most perfect, accurate, descriptive, educational song about a non-binary person I think I have ever seen. I am shooked. I feel like I am seen. There was production value in that.
You can tell that they're definitely an artist, and like he put so much like thought into it, and it was very much like their emotion as well.
Ukulele in the background and like kind of vocalizing all these things that you've been thinking. Like that's a super like creative way of coming out. Although I am out and proud and everything, and I am not afraid to show who I am sometimes. It's nice to see other people like me and the trickle down effect of all the categories under the rainbow, and I love that. That's exactly how I feel. Some days I do want to be quote unquote girl, more so aesthetically and mentally than anything else. But also there's days where
Man, I
I'm
feel
completely fine
tired.
being a guy. I feel like if somebody ever came up to me and asked me what is non-binary or like what do you mean, I'd show them that video.
So, not every coming out is planned in advance.
I wish I
Yeah,
stayed in
It happens
bed
by
like my
accident.
boyfriend
Let's take a
does.
look at Sir
Ugh.
Carter's coming out story.
My coming out story was not as cute as some of y'all. I see y'all making little rainbow cakes and I'm game on it. Little 5-paragraph poems, just explaining it. Like, that's just cute. Do you want to know how I came out? You want to know? I was at a restaurant with my parents and there was this fine, when I tell you this, fine ass boy at the table of fries. And I was just eating my food, like, looking back, like, flirting with the eyes a little bit, giving you up a little Debbie Ryan look. And I was just looking, and the last time I just a little glance, he got his ass up, walked over to the table. I was like, oh, bitch. And he comes over, he's like, I wanted to get your snap. And I was like, when I looked at my parents, I was like, I have a decision. I can either risk it all for the come out, or I'm going to do this anyway. And guess what I did? I got the snap, and I came out. Period. You want to know what my parents said? They said, good for you. King queen right there.
Nice. That's my coming out kind of story. I like that story.
Yeah, it's chef's kiss reaction of like, it was cute, good for you.
What would you have done if you were in his shoes?
I'd give him a snap. When it boils down, my parents love their kids. I'll take a couple months of them being pissed and for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sometimes it takes a little time, I think, sometimes for parents to wrap their heads around it. My relatives, again, very Catholic, very conservative. Those things are not really discussed. But we have figured out a way to come out elegantly where it's not an issue. And that is, if you talk about your partner, you just mention their pronouns. And that is usually enough for people to go, oh! And then if they're ready to discuss, then they'll say, so how long did you know? And then that's when you can talk to them about it. I remember when I first came out to one of my girlfriends, I was working this job at like a fashion show, and one of the male models, this like really tall, super hot Brazilian guy, like kept staring at me. I was like, there's no way he's looking at me, like whatever, in my dreams. But
My boyfriend's more
within
cuter.
the next hour, he's following me around like a puppy dog. Next thing you know, I have his number. It was because of that sort of like spark and just like natural desire that I had to tell my girlie about it. I went over to her house and I was like, I am so into this guy. And she was like, okay, so you're into him. And it was never like, so are you gay or gays? It It was just, all right.
Coming out doesn't always need to be a big production or an accident.
Yes.
It can also just be like super, super simple, like the video I'm about to show you.
Oh, I'm gonna cry. I'm already choked.
Hey, Mom, there's something I want to tell you. Yeah? Mom, what? I'm trans.
Okay. Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what does that mean for us?
That was a great question. Okay, what does that mean for us?
I'm a boy.
Okay. Alright. So, new name?
Oliver.
Oliver. Okay.
That's awesome.
Well, with Dad when we get home and figure out how to make.
Son? Little brother.
Make that happen for you.
Thank you. Oh my god. I was so nervous this entire car ride.
Nervous. Honestly, I always wonder what like the parents think, like watching their kid like cry or like afraid to tell them.
That was like textbook.
I love that. I love how casual that was. The mom just being like, okay, cool. What's your name? Okay, well, we got the process going. Like, she asked for the name, which was amazing. And also, the music behind the video was perfect. I felt like it was like a gospel, like, hallelujah.
But I'll tell you what, man, that woman nailed that reaction. Nailed it. Mad props.
There's probably, a lot of people who were contemplating coming out. Maybe they're not quite ready to come out, and that's okay too. And I wanted your reaction to this video.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey. I brought you some snacks. You got a hanger in your head. Yeah, I brought you some snacks. So here you go. Just wanted you to know that take your time. And when you're ready, you got a whole group of people that support you. All right. Here we go.
Oh, that's so great.
That's really sweet. I love that. Yes, that's so good. Why did that one make me cry? Although it was kind of like funny too.
I might copy that. I'm gonna copy that, Sage.
So, what advice would you have for someone watching that's young or old who's maybe considering?
As much as you want to come out, it's going to depend on your circumstance you're coming out to. You can sort of gauge based off of previous discussions who might be a good ally.
For anybody who's just confused in their self and their identity, that's okay. You don't have to know. If none of the labels feel right, that's okay. You don't have to pick one of them.
Even before I came out as trans, like, I'm too old, I can't do this. Because, you look on, like, YouTube and all these, like, trans YouTubers are like, oh, I started transitioning when I was in high school. And I was like, I would have loved that. People in their 70s and 80s finally being like, hey, I'm trans and I'm transitioning. And I'm like, yes, it's never too late.
I swear this weather makes me want me to go back to sleep.
Whether you find what or not is always going to be up in the stars, right? But ultimately, you look for who respects you. And that is who you're going to be down with. Sometimes your family, as a queer person, isn't your immediate family. It is your closest friend. It is the queer person who works at the 7-Eleven that you frequent often. Who has
Yeah, I used to
amazing
have
nails,
friends
the
that,
coolest
like,
eyeliner you've ever seen.
she's,
Before you know it, this video will be old.
I don't want to
will
say
be
a mean
ancient,
way,
and you'll be like,
she was
LOL, remember when George was trying to
lesbian,
convince me to come
so
out, and now we're kikiing together at all the gay clubs? But if there are people in your life that you know you'd be unsafe, that would cause you harm emotionally or physically, or be that, you don't owe them the explanation of coming out to them.
Come out to yourself. Learn to appreciate you, who you are. And once you can build that up, then maybe you'll be able to get to the point where you feel so good about who you are as a person that the other
I'm
noise doesn't
probably
matter.
straight because I
I
like
thought,
men
oh, I
only.
thought, that's a good label.
Because I got
And then I went to
boyfriend
my
is
first
neat
Pride,
and I
and
love him too
one of
much.
the most fiercest women I have ever met in my life. She explained to me what queer was. It's an umbrella term that encapsulates the fluidity of like gender and sexuality. So when she explained what that was, I
That's
was like,
what
oh my
that
God,
means.
and like that Pride weekend, I came out to my close group of friends.
Don't feel pressure. You're not ready. And if you are ready, any person on this planet try to dim your shine or tell you that you aren't valid or you don't get to exist, because baby, you are here and you are queer.
And on that note, I have like kind of a scripted little moment where we can tell our viewers about the Trevor Project.
Great. If you're feeling sad or alone, I'm gonna cry. Wait, I'll do it. If you're feeling sad or alone, there are people who would love to talk to you.
Give someone at the Trevor Project a call.
Or if you have a little bit of anxiety with phone calls, visit their website.
Or you can even text them.
They are available 24/7.
The Trevor Project has some awesome coming out resources online. I encourage you to check them out.
Alright guys, I will see you my fourth one. Yeah, I'm gonna see you my fourth one.